Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Today's video is sponsored by Outer Space Vodka, the premier drink for all UFO enthusiasts. Well, actually, no, it's not. We're not being sponsored, however, today is kind of a special day, and I will be cracking open this bottle that, well, for those of you who have been with me, you'll remember I purchased, I think it was about a year ago, after I heard about this really awesome bottle of vodka that came out that was in the shape of an alien head. Now, I'm not a drinker at all. In fact, my biggest vice is maybe drinking too many Diet Pepsis. But when I saw this, I just had to get it, and so it's kind of sat in the cupboard over the last year and a half, but I am now cracking it open, just sort of a celebratory gesture of the fact that we are growing closer and closer every day to reaching 1 million subscribers. And that is a really big thing. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. I never would have thought when I originally started the channel that we would ever get this far. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, I've had this thing sitting in the cupboard, thought I'd crack it open and show you guys just how cool it is for those of you who haven't seen it yet. And, you know, whether you drink or not, if you're like me and you really don't drink, it's still a really awesome collector's item. But I'm cracking it open, and to prove to you just how much of a lightweight I am going to dilute the hell out of this thing with a hefty amount of Diet Pepsi. Yes, Diet Pepsi. It doesn't get any more gangster than that. This is the real deal. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to all you guys for being so awesome, for sticking with me throughout the years, and for inspiring me to continue this search. It really means a lot. So without further ado, some of you may have heard of this, others may not have, but did you know that apparently there is a telescope in existence that was invented just a couple of years ago that has the ability to spot invisible entities or bodies or aliens, for all intents and purposes, that are made out of antimatter? Well, a nuclear physicist by the name of Dr. Ruggero Santilli has done just that. And he, along with his research team, who have been seeking evidence of antimatter in the universe, firmly believe that they have come across a previously unknown invisible life form on planet Earth. And they've done it using the Santilli telescope. Now, Dr. Santilli, who operates the corporation Thunder Energies, which is an optics and nuclear physics and energy company, says that the discovery was made after creating this special telescope that was developed in order to discover proof of theoretical antimatter galaxies, antimatter cosmic rays, and antimatter asteroids. The research team fears the previously unknown micro-life forms may be carrying out covert surveillance on Earth because of where they have been found. So the telescope in question uses a concave lens, which is the opposite of the convex lenses of standard telescopes. Now, the telescope is still pending a trademark and patent, but Mr. Santilli is convinced that it has been able to pick up life forms that are unable to be seen by the naked eye. He says, quote, "This is an exciting discovery. We do not know what these entities are. They're completely invisible to our eyes, our binoculars, our traditional Galileo telescopes, but these objects are fully visible in cameras attached to our Santilli telescope." He further went on to say, quote, "Since the dawn of our civilization, all the way up to the time of this breaking news, we humans have believed that everything that exists up there is only what we can see with our eyes and with our current optical instruments. Well, things have changed because we have established the existence of entities that are existing in our terrestrial environment. As you're seeing in the photographs here, Santilli claims to have detected at least 2 types of invisible terrestrial entities, or ITEs. One of them being dark, which leave this sort of dark image in a bright background of the digital camera attached to the telescope, and bright ITEs, which do the opposite. He claims that the findings, which were published in the American Journal of Modern Physics, have been, quote, independently verified by unnamed U.S. astronomers. Here is a short clip from the official YouTube video that Dr. Santilli posted in January of last year.
Enlarging our conception of the perceivable universe with far-reaching possibility of future development and discoveries that perhaps are beyond our imagination at this time.
The revolutionary Santilli telescope is designed to detect antimatter in deep space. By antimatter, we mean an entity with characteristics that are the exact opposite of ordinary matter.
We have detected at least two types of ITE. The first type, also called dark ITE, essentially consists of entities leaving a dark image in the background of digital cameras attached to our new telescope. And the second type, called bright ITE, essentially consists of entities leaving this time a bright image in the background of digital camera attached to our telescope, often visible without any enlargement. Our discoveries of invisible terrestrial entities has been independently verified by American astronomers, also according to publications available in the internet.
Now, some of you may be asking, what is antimatter? Well, the most simple explanation is that in particle physics, antimatter is a material composed of the antiparticle partners to the corresponding particles of ordinary matter. A particle and its antiparticle have the same mass as one another, but opposite electric charge and other quantum numbers. So basically, you can think of the world we live in as full of matter. And so antimatter is basically the same thing as matter, but with an opposite electric charge. So then you might ask, are we able to see antimatter? Well, we can actually see its signature in cosmic rays, and it is routinely made in high-energy collisions inside the particle smashers of CERN. And so in these images you've been seeing, these are purported to be these invisible entities or objects that are in our skies and that are in space, but that are totally invisible to us and our normal telescopes. Now, of course, Dr. Santilli's claim is very bold, and among most of the scientific community, he is considered as a fringe scientist. However, he has in turn branded this rejection of his work as a conspiracy against, quote, novel science, which often conflicts with established thinking such as Einstein's theory of relativity. And so ultimately, with their findings, the research team fears that these previously unknown life forms may be carrying out covert surveillance on planet Earth because of where they have been found. And so, Dr. Santilli leaves us with a final quote, stating that the question of what these entities are must be answered by our government because these entities appear to be conducting unauthorized surveillance of rather sensitive civil, industrial, and military installations. So, yeah, it's a very, very interesting story. I will direct you to the full video posted by Mr. Santilli and his company here on YouTube. Of course, there's a great deal of controversy surrounding this telescope, with many people refuting his claims, saying that, well, antimatter cannot possibly live within matter, as the two cancel each other out, or would cause such a horrible explosion that it would completely wipe the world out. However, what we know about science and quantum mechanics changes every couple of years, and we should always keep an open mind as what we know about science changes over the years. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you for stopping by today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you guys back with much more in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.